everybody and welcome to my video. My name's Emily Monks and today I'm going to be telling you what I struggled with on my driving test. I passed my test today, woo! And I got 12 minors. So you don't want to be getting 12 minors because I had 3 left, 3 faults, and if those 3 faults were taken up, I would have failed my test. So I'm going to tell you guys what I've messed up on and not to do it. So I love you all so much. Thank you for clicking on this video. My Instagram is emilymonks1 and my Snapchat is emo112. My email is emily.monks@hotmail.co.uk and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you guys have on driving or just in general. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching. Okay, everybody. So I am not a qualified driving instructor. I have absolutely no idea what I was doing. I passed my test by the skin of my teeth, okay? So this is not like a solid do and don't. It's just what I've struggled on in my lesson this morning. And I'm doing this video now because I did my test this morning and I'm going to remember it now. So yeah, welcome to my video. So the first off, it was literally right, we got on the driving car park of the driving school or the test centre, whatever you want to call it, and I did my test at St Helens test centre. Okay, so I got in the car and he was like, please can we do a little bit of bay parking? I just want you to reverse park in any of these bays, whichever one you wanted, right? I'll see if I can get a picture of the car park. So usually this is so easy for me because I absolutely love doing bay parking. I'm like really good at it. And when I've got my driving instructor in the car, like we do it in about 3 seconds. And I had doubled the driving lesson before my test. So we did about 10 bay parks in this lesson, like making sure I had it spot on. Right, so my advice to you guys, basically I got in the car and he was like, can we do bay park? And I was so nervous. Try your best to try and not be that nervous because if you fail, you can take it again. And it's not very long until you book it again. So don't think that you're going to fail, but try not to be not very nervous. Like, try and not really care about it. So because I was like really like, I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. You know, when you're like dead stiff, right? Don't be stiff, just let it like flow. So I got in the car and it was like, oh, can you pull forward? And I want you to reverse back into any of these. So I was like, okay. So I pulled forward and I checked everywhere. Make sure you check everywhere in your test. You can't leave a spot unturned. You need to look their side, your side, your interior mirrors and your exterior mirrors, and you want to look behind you. So when you're reversing, make sure you look through your back window as well and check everywhere. So I was reversing back and I thought, shit. I have forgot what my reference point is. So I thought maybe if I just go to my reference point anytime is 2 bays from the spot that I'm going into. So here's your bays. My door mirror has got to be online with this, and then I do a full turn on lock and the car will go woo into this bay here, right? There's 1 bay here, 1 bay here, right? My turning point is going to be here and my car's going to go whoosh straight into this gap, right? No, that was not my fate today. So I was like, shit. I lost my turning point, so I just thought, right, I'll turn. My turning point was in between 2 bays, where usually it's on the bay line, and I just started turning, and it wasn't going very well. I got like turning in, I felt really bad. I was looking at the lines, I couldn't find the lines. I thought, so I had to pull forward. No, that was not working. I had to pull forward and the wheels were turned full lock round. So I drive a Mini. So the Mini was the opposite way round, it was upside down, the mini, and if you turn the mini the right way, the mini sign is facing the right way with the wheels facing the right way, and the mini sign was upside down. So I knew, I was like, oh damn, the wheels aren't in the right way. I'd have to pull forward and do a full turn to get my wheels straight, but they weren't. So I was trying to reverse. The car was going all sorts of places. It was like leaning this way, so I tried to turn and it was leaning this way, and I thought, oh my god. So then I was like, please can I pull forward? And he was like, do whatever you feel is right for completing this manoeuvre. So I was like, okay. So I pulled forward. It wasn't working. I would pull forward, the wheels were turning all over the place. Little did I know I just needed to do one full turn. Like, you need to, if your thing is not going very well, and I was stressing out, and he was like, oh, just calm down, just do whatever your instructor would tell you to do. And I was just like, my instructor would tell me to do it again. So I was like, right, okay. So put it into first, looked around, and I went straight up to the curb on this car park, and I just drove straight back, found my point of turn, put it on full lock. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I managed to get like in between these two bays, and I just needed to get in this spot, and I turned, went straight back into my spot in between the two lines, perfect, and that went well. And then I put it into neutral, put the handbrake on, and rested my feet and waited for him to give me my next thing. And when I got in the car after he'd given me my result, he was saying, oh yeah, you got so many faults, and you were on your last chance when the do bay park. So I just want to tell you guys that my instructor didn't tell me when I was on my last chance for my manoeuvre. So if you need to count how many times you mess up on something, because if you do it 3 times, they will just tell you to just drive on, and that could possibly be a fail. So don't fail, okay? I love you all, cherubs. I don't want you to fail. So I'm gonna just put my hair up, and I'm gonna sort myself out because I'm very uncomfortable right now. Okay, so back here, everybody. Where's my ponytail? I'm just drinking a Purdy's. So if you want to get a drink whilst I talk about this shit, then you do that. Okay, so my next mistake was I was driving along the road, just chilling out. I'd finally done this baby park. I was a little bit stressed out. He took me down this little side road, right? And it was like near these houses, but it wasn't like a 20 or anything. It was a 30. So I was just going up through my gears, chilling out. And he was like, pull over where you think it's safe. So I was like, okay. There was a little turn here, and there was a car here, and there was a car right next to me on the other side of the road. It's a very wide road so people could get through, but it wasn't the best place to stop. That I didn't think it was the best place, but I don't know why I did, and I did stop. So once you've committed yourself, you've got to commit yourself. So I put my indicator on, got a grid width away, everything was fine. I looked behind me, checked my mirrors, I was fine. I was at the grid width away, parked up. And he was like, that's fab, thank you. I'm going to sort the navigation because we're going to do some independent driving. And you do independent driving for around 20 minutes. So I was like, okay, that's absolutely fine. Put my handbrake on, and I got my gear ready. And when I'm concentrating, as well as when I'm at boxing or anything, my brain, it doesn't deal with sounds around me, right? I'm focused. I can't deal with sounds. So little did I know, I still had my left indicator on, didn't I? Yeah, I did. So he was like, this will sort itself out, so please get on the move. So I was like, right, okay. So I checked over my shoulder, lifted my gear stick up, lifted my handbrake up, and my car rolled forward, and I remembered put my right indicator on, and the car had already started going when I didn't put my right indicator on. So I was like, damn, that's really bad. If you get off, I'm very lucky that I had the driving examiner that I had, because if I did that with a different examiner, I would have failed my test, because I moved to the right when I was indicating to the left, so I could have caused an accident. But just listen, kids, do not, and I mean do not, put your left indicator on and move off to the right. Before you do anything, if he tells you to pull over, the first thing you do when he says get on the move is put the indicator on for the direction that you're going. Then you can look around, and then you can take your handbrake off, because you're going to put your handbrake on when you go to park up. on the side. So you're going to put your handbrake on and go into gear number one, when you're sat there. So the only thing that you need to do when they say pull away is flick that indicator on, and just don't forget about your indicator. So, okay, so we have in fact changed the scenery, everybody. So, I was saying, I flicked my right indicator off, it was fine. But remember, flick your indicator up. Next, if you don't think it's safe to go, don't go. Don't leave anything to chance, right? So I got to this. I did so bad in this test, right? I got to the end of this junction. There was a double giveaway line. I thought, be careful. You're going to be giving way to both sides. So this bus comes and he's turning left. The car behind him turning to his left, right? So I was coming out and I was going left. They were coming in and going left. So if two cars are going here, you can go, right? So I was going whoosh. They were coming in. I thought, they're both turning. I'll get on the move. This frigging truck. You know those pickup trucks, like them people that come and nick metal from like your house? Them people in that truck, they just went bash like this, straight in front of my car. And I was pulling out, and they came in front of my car, so I had to do an emergency stop. And he was like, well, mate, do an emergency stop. That was my freaking emergency stop because it was an emergency. So that wasn't really my fault. But I did see this truck coming, and I thought he'd gone right. And that was before he came past the bus. But no, he went straight past the bus, straight in front of my car. So it was kind of my fault, but kind of not my fault. It was his fault. But still, it's kind of the principle. Like, don't drive in front of a learner driver. They could be on the test, but doesn't matter. He just went straight in front of me, didn't care, and that was another like, he said something like I should have been looking. I was like, I was looking, you saw me look. Anyway, so we was carrying on driving. He asked me to pull over again, and I was like, okay, cool. The next time I pulled over, I made sure that I put that right indicator on before I moved off. You know when you've done something wrong and you just want to do it right the next time. So I put that on, fine, moved off. Did I turn it off? No, I didn't. I didn't turn the right indicator off. I just drove down the road. I went past about 3 junctions with this pissing right indicator on. Turn your indicators off, everybody. Make sure you turn them off. So I was like, fuck, I have failed this exam. I've failed it. But no, I had the best examiner ever. So we carried on driving. He didn't tell me about this indicator, I just left it on. So then I was going up through my gears, I'm really stressing out. Independent driving, there was like turn left at the lights. So I put my indicators on again after I passed the junction, because there is sneaky little roads next to the lights. So don't put your indicator on until you can see the lights and see that there's no slip roads near the lights, because there always is. So I got to these lights. I was in 3rd gear. I was just too busy thinking about my indicator, thinking about looking at my mirrors, and I just went round the corner in gear 3. And I picked up a minor for my gears for going round in gear 3. And also, I'm surprised. Did I get one for? Let's have a look at my emails. Did I get one for speed? Because I think that I might have. Because I was going round at did I offer speed? Use of mirrors, progress, clearance, controls, gears, safety steering, meeting, signals, junction, reverse park. No, so I picked up a fault for that reverse parking. I picked one up for gears, which was going around that corner in 3, because I literally zoomed around this corner. Absolutely zoomed, right? Steering, I don't know what that steering's for. Probably for the reverse parking, because I didn't know which way to steer my car and I was freaking out. It could have been for trying to slip round the corner, because there's a lot of like little tight corners where I live, and it was hard to steer around there. So that could have been what I picked that up for. Clearance, I don't even know what clearance is, but let's just ignore that, because I'm not chatting shit about stuff I don't know. And signals, yeah, I got a fault for signals. I got 2 for hesitation. 2 faults for hesitation. I was waiting till it was safe, right? Because if you go and it's not safe, you can fail your exam, right? If you go when it's safe but you've hesitated, 1 minor. I picked up 2, but that was for separate occasions. 1 minor. So you can either fail your entire exam by causing a car crash, or you can pick up 1 minor for kind of just holding back a bit. Don't use this as like advice. You need to think for yourself, is this a big enough gap? Can I go? Right? But I got picked up 2. I think that's a bit picky, to be honest, because I was at this junction. I was freaking out because people in St Helens do not indicate. They don't indicate. They don't know what indicators are, right? So I was at this. I was looking for a safe gap, so that was when I've picked up 2 of them. So moving off safety. So I've not checked my mirrors enough. You really, really need to check your mirrors, everyone. If you want to pass your test, make sure that you're safe. You need to take your time. I didn't take my time. I was just freaking out. This is what I did wrong. I'm not like going to preach about what people need to do, but I'm telling you what I did wrong, and I would have passed my test a lot easier and not risked it as much if I'd have just took my time and like been slow about it, you know. But yeah, so don't worry too much about hesitation. It's just, I really don't get that. I understand if you sat there waiting for ages, like dawdling. Oh God, I hate this lighting though. If you're dawdling and you're like, oh, like just having a chill out, trying to like get your test time go down, then I can give you 1 for that. But like, I wouldn't be too worried about like waiting for a safer opportunity, because I'd much rather get 1 minor than fail your test for crashing into somebody. On your roundabouts, basically, your roundabouts are your biggest thing if you're taking your exam in St Helens. So, if you're going to go to a roundabout, get with your instructor, and you need to go around every single one, all the different exits. And if you're at the roundabout, you can ask the examiner, you mean this exit? This exit here. So they'll say, oh, I would like you to take the road on the right at this roundabout, please. You say, oh, so the 3rd exit. And then they say yes. So I say right, and I drive. I'm driving along. So I'm going right. I'm talking to myself. I'm going right. I'm gonna go into 1. I'm gonna put my indicator on as I'm approaching this roundabout. I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna look where I'm going. I'm going at this exit, am I? Yep. Okay. So you get on your roundabout, and if you're going right, you're going closest to this roundabout. So you're going whoosh. Right, if you're going across the roundabout, they say you're going across the roundabout, that's a hint to say, don't put your indicator on until you're at your exit, because it's usually like 2nd exit. So if you put your indicator on, that's indicating that you're going the 1st exit. So if you put the indicator on and don't go the 1st exit, you failed your test because you've gone on when you should be indicating the way that you're going. So you put your indicator on after you pass your exit, and then the exit that you're not going to, and then that's fine. Then you're safe and you can just carry on. Stay in your lane. Do not cross lanes. Bad driving if you cross lanes, because that's what I do. I'm really not good at driving, right? But I've managed to sneak through it by the skin of my teeth. So please don't make the same faults as I did. I love you all so much. Thank you for listening. If you've got this far, you're impressive. But I just wanted to let everybody know, and I'm absolutely thrilled that I passed my driving test. So this is how you can pass your test in St Helens. So I love you all so much. Thank you for watching.